everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Trixie Chebet, and as you can clearly tell from the title, I'm here with a special edition, so stay tuned. Have you ever been at home chilling, you're just chilling, taking a snack, watching a movie, then your mom steps in with a visitor, yeah? Yeah, so she comes with a visitor, then you welcome them, then small introduction, then your mom stands up and leave to go maybe to the kitchen to like prepare some tea, and you're left to the visitor. I'm telling you, I think I always just want to disappear because there's nothing we're going to talk about with this visitor, and it's usually just the most awkward of moments. And then at that time, the lights are lost and the TV is not on, so there's really nothing to entertain you or something like that, and you do not even have your phone, so it's just awkward. So the person is like, msichana, unaitwa nani? Naitwa Trixie. Na unasomea wapi? Nasomea JKUAT. Most awkward of them all. I prefer to be the one to go and cook the tea rather than staying and entertaining moms and visitors. I mean, yeah, most awkward. And really amazing how your mom can humble you no matter how old you are. There was this one time I was working for IEBC, so we were just doing some work and we were moving around institutions. So this one time I happened to be in the college that my mom lectures at. So we're there. I think the three of us working. Yeah, so I'm just out there calling the shots a little bit, just trying to reveal my leadership skills and all that. Yeah, when you're from JKUAT, all these tech business are really very simple to you. Let me just say. So I'm just there calling the shots. Then all of a sudden I see my mom passing by, and then she's with a group of her fellow lecturers. And then all of a sudden she says,
Walimu, that's my daughter. That's my daughter over there. Ebu mamsi simama wakuone. Wave ya walimu. Toa mask ndo one venye tunafanana.
no matter how gangster you are, your mom will always be your mom. So, okay, this was not even like embarrassing to me at all. What was embarrassing was the way my colleagues were laughing at me. They were laughing at I even got distracted for a minute. Yeah, and then was she called me my nickname. I think this is just supposed to be a name for home. It's my nickname. No one else is supposed to know that name. I'm just always out here flaunting that I have the most unique name. This one, like Trixie. Like, who do you know who is called Trixie? Like, if you have a relative or a friend or a classmate or something like that who's called Trixie, please please do leave a comment in the section below. In the comment section below, because at this point, I'm starting to imagine I'm the only Trixie in this world. So yeah, they really laughed at me. I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna show my face anymore. You see, I am Kalenjin. Okay, I am half Kalenjin, and every time we go back to like where my dad is from Kericho. Then I've got like all my relatives there. So whenever we get there to visit them, there's a way you're supposed to hug. I think you're just supposed to like twice. You're supposed to do that twice. Then you shake their hands. But I have never gotten
The hang of it every single time. I'm 20 plus years old, and every single time we go there, I'm always just confused, and I always just mess up that
hugging process. Like every time, I always just end up like. get there, somebody should just give me a memo and just like a procedure or a process on how to do things, because those embarrassments, no, like no, like what's so hard in that? But still, I just mess it up. I just mess it up. And have you ever happened to like walk in the street, just walking, minding your own business, then all of a sudden you look up, then somebody is looking at you with a big smile, then all of a sudden they're like waving at you, like, and you're like, oh, that's energy, that energy. Then yeah, you smile back because you don't want, yeah, that vibe, that energy. You don't want to like embarrass the person or something like that. So you wave back, and then you realize that person was waving at somebody who's behind you. So that person who's behind you just comes and they just meet, and you're left there like, oh my gosh, this happens to me like all the time, and I think it happens to you too. It happens to most people. Like yo, like call a name or something. Don't just be waving at random people on the streets. Yeah, me as a Kenyan, huh? Me as a Kenyan, we speak English in this country. Yeah, I have learned English since I was like 5 years old, and our yeah, yeah, in school we were taught English. So in my head, I'm usually like, me, even if I go to America, me can survive. I can listen to those people. I can understand. I can survive very well. Wait until one time I met a real Mzungu, a real American, and she was talking to me, and I was like, she could as well have been talking in Zulu or Xhosa language, something like that, because oh, she was called Monday, and they had come by like to visit like our school or something like that. Then she asked me something like, and I was like, did it again. I was like, pardon? You know, there's a limited amount of pardons you can say, because if you say more than three pardons, you are stupid. So by the time you're saying the third pardon, you better just say you have understood. So she repeated the third time, and I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And at that time, I am hoping that the answer to that question was yeah. Because if it's not, and she's out here looking like, how stupid is this girl? Oh my gosh, I couldn't hear a word she said. They talked through their noses. I don't know. I couldn't hear a word she said. I couldn't understand a thing. Like it just passed like the wind, like I couldn't understand anything. I was like, what are you saying? So I was just like, yeah. What if that question, the answer was like no or something? And you just out there embarrassing yourself. Kenyan. I tell you, it's so hard when you just think you can do something, but when you're put right there in that situation. So, as you guys know, my name is Trixie. But there's some people in this world who, like, oh my gosh. So this one time, I every time it happens to me all the time. People mispronouncing my name, like my name is on the east and what they're saying is on the west. Like, who does that? One time you meet somebody, then they're like,
I'm like, hi, my name is Trixie. 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 And then they're like, sasa Trickster. Unasomea wapi? Trickster. Tumesema
okay, sometimes I understand when you call me Tracy or something like that. I understand, but Trickster, Trixie. Somebody once called me, or Trizzy. That makes a little bit more sense, but Trickster, Trickster. And then every single time I tell people that I'm called Trixie, if somebody tells me one more time, are you tricky? If somebody asks me one more time, are you tricky? I will just look for a stone and just bash your head, because at this point I'm tired, man. Like all my life, ever since I was a kid, like I'm Trixie. Oh, Trixie, are you tricky? Embarrassment. Yeah, so I'm from Juja, and some memes always keep on saying that people in JKUAT repeat clothes. You might think yesterday is today. Like yesterday is today, get. Yeah. So this happens all the time, especially with people who are like very, very important to me, people who I want to look the best when I meet with them. So let's say I met with them like the other day, then I'm meeting with them again like maybe after 4 days. And after those 4 days, it just happens that I've worn the same dress or the same top or the same trouser that I had worn the last time I met them. Do you know that feeling? Do you know that feeling? You just feel like explaining to them. In my head, I'm always explaining to them, like, please wait.
Wait. I can explain. I can explain. I have other clothes apart from this. I have many dresses and many tops and trousers. I can explain.
We always, we always feel like we want to explain, and it's like so embarrassing. But come to think of it, um, sometimes people never really notice. It's just us. I'm an overthinker, so I think I'm usually really affected in that sector. Yeah, you just want to explain, like, wait, before we say anything, I have other clothes. Back in high school, I studied French. Um, yeah, and it was like so amazing. It was so amazing. It was like actually my favorite subject, and I was always getting 90s and all these things. So at some point in Form 3, I thought I knew it all, like I understood everything. So one time we were 18 French students, we were at the French Resource Center, and yeah, the teacher was teaching. Hey, that teacher from the word go, from the first day we stepped into that class, he was speaking in French. He was speaking in French. He doesn't care if you don't understand. He does not care. He was speaking in French, and that's how we learned the language like very fast, really fast. So this one time, um, he was teaching. Then he said something, but in my head, I'm this genius French student. I understand everything. What do you mean? So he said something that in my head it registered as something funny. So me, I'm just there like burst out laughing. I burst out laughing. Then I realized the teacher is staring at me angrily, and all my other classmates are staring at me angrily. Get some help. It turns out what he said was not what I thought he said. It's tricky, man. This is a foreign language. What do you mean? Like, give me a break. This is a foreign language. We're not born speaking French. So turns out he hadn't said what I thought he had said. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what happened next. I don't remember, but I was embarrassed. Do you know when you're embarrassed until you feel like your armpits, like small needles, are dungaring you? I was so embarrassed. Like I was the only one laughing, meaning everybody else has understood what he had said, and I hadn't. Like he was a very serious person. You can imagine like laughing alone. I looked like a mad woman. I was just like, ah! I thought he had said a joke. Oh, French. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you know, you sometimes have these thoughts, and when you think about them, you cringe. This one, I just had to talk about it because it affected me so much when I was in like primary school. Like, why was I always sick? I was always having a cold and all this. Do you know, like when you get a cold, you're always sniffing, like you're always sniffing like that. And what to you if it's exam time? So this one time we were in class, and there was a teacher. Do you know these lady teachers who are always just ATT, like attitude, like they just don't like a lot of things and all this. So such a teacher was teaching us that day, and I had a cold. So I was just like, okay, the third, I better like search for my handkerchief because this teacher will literally kick me out of her class because she doesn't like things like that. So I was like, okay, let me reach out to my handkerchief, and I had no handkerchief. Oh my gosh. And there's something about adrenaline when you realize some danger or anything, things will just increase in your body. So when I realized I had no handkerchief, the mucus is just running and running, and I'm just, oh my god. And all my crashes. Okay, it was primary school, so they're just crashes. I don't even know what that meant when we were that young. They're just staring at me, and I'm just like, God, please let the world,
Open up and swallow me alive because I can't take this. I just can't take it.
you know. So no handkerchief, no nothing. Well, I've used a tissue. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was a tissue around me or something like that. But that's that teacher, of course, you guessed right. She was like, eh, msichana, enda nje utolee hiyo makamasi huko. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but all I know is that that day I was just waiting for the bell to ring so that I go home. Thank you so much, guys. We've come to the end of my video. Please remember to share your awkward moments with me, and I'll be sure to read them all and reply. And thank you so much for viewing till the end. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and watch out for part 2. Love you all. Bye.